And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 17 of the MTVM Podcast, also known as the Movies, Television, Video Games, and Music Podcast. I'm your host, Diego Coya, and I'm excited for today's episode. I mean, I'm always excited to do this podcast, but today in particular, I'm pretty excited. You know, we have some pretty cool topics, and I'm also excited to share the list that we have to do at the main event. But that's for the end, like always. But before we get started, would you two like to, do your introductions and all that kind of stuff?
Of course, sir. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again. We're back for the MTVM Podcast, another exciting installment of this podcast. This is episode 17, if I'm not mistaken, and we're here to do another episode, and hopefully it's just as fun as we always do. Like I said, like I always say, I have a fun time doing this podcast. It's honestly one of the big highlights of my week. So let's just dive into it. There's not a third person here. Let's just dive into it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so
douche.
Well, I embrace my douchiness. So.
Well, I am the non-existent third person, Andrew Hayes, and yeah, I'm non-existent apparently.
Yes,
right.
You're dead.
So, actually, before I get started, there's two people I'd like to give a shout out to. So, the first person I want to give a shout out to, and a really big thank you to, is someone named Danny Zygon. Now, yes. Danny Zygon is someone who...
My boy.
He's actually in the live chat right now, and he's watching this. He actually made the logo for the MTVM podcast, and it's really awesome. Like, I'll pull it up right now, like, on my phone, because I don't think I can upload the photo in the live chat.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just give me a second. So I think from now on, what I can do is I think I have the capability of, like, every video putting the thumbnail as, like, the logo.
Yeah, you should do that. Like, even go back to, like, the past episodes and just put that, like, as the thumbnail for all the episodes.
All right, hold on. I want to see if... Yeah, I know you probably can't see it very good, but, like, the movie is, like, the film, and TV, there's, like, a TV, and for music, it's, like, a note, like a music note.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really... Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean...
It's really clever. Like, I will put the logo, though. I think like I said, I think I have the capability of doing that, but a really huge thank you to Danny Zygon. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah, I asked him if he could do it because, he did a logo for Flicks with the Dick. So I was like, okay, maybe he might do one for MTVM. And I was like, okay, so I'm excited to see what he comes up with. And that's what he came up with, and it's absolutely genius. I love how he did it.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Like, I love how each letter represents, like
that specific thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. So a big thank you to Danny Zygon. Like I said, I'll put that as the logo for the next coming weeks. And yeah, so I wanted to give you a shout out. And once again, thank you very much. It really does mean a lot.
Yes.
It's really cool. And another shout out to someone who asked me to give him a shout out. Now, this is my 10-year-old cousin who lives in Florida who watches my videos. He asked me to give him a shout out. So I'm going to give a shout out to Noel. Thank you, Noel, for watching my, videos. If you're watching this now, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And I love you, buddy. So,
Yes. Hello, Noel. Thank you for tolerating my dumb ass for at least 2 hours.
Yeah. So, in either case, that's all I wanted to do, give those shout outs to two people. But, like usual, we start with the movie. So that's what we'll be doing. First, we'll be doing the films. Mm-hmm. So let's do that. I have 4 movie topics today. The first movie topic I want to go over is something I know we all want to talk about. So you guys can just join me for this one, and that is, of course, the biggest news I think that came out this week in terms of movies, and that is Black Panther crossing the $1 billion mark worldwide.
Yes.
Black Panther is now, like, I think the 32nd or 33rd movie ever to cross over $1 billion worldwide. Mm-hmm. And just recently, I think it surpassed Dark Knight domestically, too.
Yes, it did.
Because of how much money it made. So, yeah, this thing is a monster. This thing is a money-making monster. It's going to keep on making money. I mean, I think for 4 or 5 weeks already, it's been #1 at the box office domestically.
Fuck you, Wrinkle of Time.
Yeah, even though you haven't seen the movie, but yeah, it made more than A Wrinkle in Time, and likely. I mean, my prediction is I think you'll still be number one. I don't think more people are going to see Lara Croft over Black Panther, but that's just me though. I mean, I could be wrong.
You never fucking know, man.
I think if the movie that's going to beat it's probably Pacific Rim, because I think by that time, Black Panther will be in the theaters for so long, and then I know people are anticipating Pacific Rim.
If not Pacific.
Do you think Ready Player One has a shot?
Oh,
I actually, you know what? I'll give another shout out actually to John Matthews. He actually shared something on Twitter where I forgot what the source was, but it said that the projection of opening weekend for Ready Player One is like $35 million, which is not good.
Oh,
yeah, that's not good.
Balls? What? That is insane.
Yeah, it seemed like that movie might not make that much money. First of all, I mean, I had to ask John Matthews for the link because he reposted it on Twitter. But yeah, he said like it's around like that much money. That's how much it's gonna make. Not very much. So probably no. It won't even beat Black Panther.
Damn.
But in any case, Black Panther, it's the first movie 2018 to make over $1 billion, and that's awesome.
And certainly won't be the last.
Oh, hell no, it won't be the last. But I mean, congratulations to Ryan Coogler and obviously everyone involved with the movie. They announced the second one, so what do you guys? Are you guys happy about this? What do you guys have to say?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Black Panther is a fantastic movie. So the fact that it crossed over $1 billion, which I'm not shocked by, I figured it would. So it's cool. Like I'm glad that it's making this much money. It's a money making machine, like you said. And yeah, hopefully they still keeping the profits. It's gonna be staying in theaters for a long time. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
without question. It's going to be in theaters for probably at least another 2 months.
Yeah, probably. Imagine, no, it's probably going to leave theaters once Infinity War comes out. That's probably, to be for real with you.
Even then, that's still like a long time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You have anything you have to say about that, Andrew?
No, I'm really, really happy about it crossing $1 billion. It's a movie that I personally love, and it's well-deserved. I wasn't sure, like, before I saw the movie, if it was going to make $1 billion. But after, like, the first week or the second week, I there was no doubt in my mind it was going to make $1 billion after the second week. So.
I actually did not expect it to make over $1 billion worldwide. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to make a lot of money, but not over $1 billion. So I was wrong. But in any case, yeah, that's all I got to pretty much say about that. Congratulations to Black Panther and to everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my second topic is something that came out 2 days ago. It's not really much of an update, but it is some sort of an update regarding Denis Villeneuve's next project, which is going to be Dune. Like, that's confirmed. But but they said that there are a couple updates, and this was according to a website I saw. I think it was called like the Rejects, the School Rejects or something, a reliable movie source. And they said that Denis Villeneuve in the festival was talking about the movie and said that it'll take him a while to make the film, maybe about like 2 years. So maybe we'll expect the movie maybe 2-3 years or something, or he'll start filming in 2 or 3 years. But it's going to be actually 2 movies. Apparently, it's not going to be just 1 film. He's going to be making 2 films. So I don't know if that means it's Dune Part 1 and Part 2, or if he's planning on making a first movie and a second one. In either case, I'm excited because Denis Villeneuve is one of my favorite directors working today. I loved pretty much everything so far he's done. I have not seen the original Dune, though. In fact, I haven't seen any film by David Lynch. So
I've seen a few. But but Dune is not one of them. I have not seen the original Dune.
Okay. All right. Well, are you guys excited? Do you guys?
Yeah. I mean, Denis Villeneuve is a great director, so anything he does, I'm pretty excited for. He's a fantastic filmmaker, so hopefully, it's good. I'm excited for the movie.
Have you guys, Andrew? Have you seen the original Dune?
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah, but I'm excited for this because of the name attached to it. Denis Villeneuve. Every single one of the movies that he has made has at least been in, I would say, my top 20 or top 15 of the year.
Yeah.
With some of them being in the top 3. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm obviously very excited, but we'll have to see. I want to see the original one first.
Yeah.
You know, before. So. All right, so that's pretty much it for that. Like, there's not really much of an update, just that there's going to be 2 movies, and it's going to take longer than we expected, because I guess people expected it to come out maybe next year or 2 years. So we'll just have to wait until, what happens. Hopefully,
We'll find out eventually.
Hopefully it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next 2 topics are trailer discussions.
Oh, boy. Yes, the roles are reversed this time.
Now, the first trailer discussion, I'll just say this out of the way. I've asked these 2 gentlemen if they've seen this trailer. They have not, so I'll just be talking about it. And that is Fantastic Beasts 2. There's a trailer that was released I want to say about 2 or 3 days ago. So I think it's a good trailer. I liked it. I didn't love it. I think it's solid. In terms of what I thought about the first movie, I liked the first film. I wasn't crazy about it, but I had a good time watching it in theaters. And the second one looks good. I'm not highly anticipating it, but from what I saw, it looks like a good sequel. And Johnny Depp's going to be in it, so that's exciting. Hopefully he's not playing Captain, Jack Sparrow for the 90th time. So hopefully he's doing something different.
Yeah.
Now I know you guys haven't seen the trailer for the second one, but what do you guys think of the first one?
I'm pretty much in a minority with the first one. I know some people either loved it or really enjoyed it. Me, I just found it to be okay. It was pretty bland for me, honestly. I didn't really enjoy it all that much. I didn't really care for a lot of the characters. It just wasn't that great of a film. Not necessarily a bad movie in my opinion, but a really forgettable and mediocre one at that. So I'm not really too excited for the sequel, to be honest. But I haven't seen the trailer yet, so who knows? Maybe the trailer could be really good, and I could be like, oh, maybe I have some slight interest in the sequel now. So I'll check it out at some point.
Okay. And what about you, Angie? Did you like the first one?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. It wasn't fantastic, but it was fun, enjoyable, and it got me excited for the next one. Well, I'm not super hyped for it, but I'm excited.
Okay. And the next trailer I want to talk about.
I'll join you on this one.
Looks terrible. Looks like a terrible film. Looks like one of the worst movies of the year. I don't know. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but fuck it. I'll just say it anyway. The Grinch. The animated version of The Grinch. Now, Illumination is making this movie, and we all know the great track record they have.
Yeah, because fucking Minions and fucking Secret Life of Pets were fucking outstanding movies.
Yeah, they were outstandingly mediocre.
No,
but anyway,
outstandingly bad. I hated both of those movies.
But anyway, this movie looks. What do you guys think of the Ron Howard movie?
Okay, listen. I know not a lot of people like that, but I really like that movie, okay? I have a personal blast with that film, okay? Jim Carrey as the Grinch is one of the funniest fucking things ever. So, I enjoy it personally. I thought it was a pretty good live-action adaptation of... It was certainly, okay, oh, well, how dare I? The Cat in the Hat's a bona fide masterpiece, but, sarcasm aside, at least this one tried to be an actual good, live-action adaptation, for me at least. So, yeah, I personally really enjoyed that one a lot.
So what'd you think of the trailer of the animated movie?
This looks like fucking shit.
It really does.
Oh, man, seriously... This looks really bad. The animation doesn't even look that great either.
No, it doesn't.
And poor Benedict Cumberbatch. He has to...
Yeah, what is he doing?
Hey, listen, I love Benedict Cumberbatch. It is like a family member where, they make stupid decisions, but you love them for who they are. And, this is the case with me, Benedict Cumberbatch. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. Not for me.
I'm like, Benedict Cumberbatch, get the fuck out of there.
You're much better than this. What the fuck? But yeah, this movie just looks really bad. The humor was really terrible with the trailer. It looks, oh my God, it looks really bad.
I really like the song, Your Mean One Wins the Grinch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good song.
Now, and, What was I gonna say? Shit. Well, fuck. But yeah, the movie just doesn't look good. You know, I said before, like, is it too early to call that this is gonna be the worst animated film of the year?
You know, and it's funny because a couple of weeks ago I was talking about how good animation looks this year. You know, in terms of like movies, how like animation looks like there's gonna be a lot of great animated movies like Incredibles 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2. We got Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. We got Isle of Dogs. We were mentioning all these movies. Now you have the Grinch added in there. It's like,
yeah,
and another
Early Man before like the Early Man came out, and I thought that was a pretty enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well
What do you mean? And
it was okay.
I liked it a lot.
I still have yet to see that. So
the duck was easily the best part.
Oh, okay, the duck was the best part, along with that goddamn pig.
And I had a lot of fun with Early Man.
That's
it
good.
Is probably their weakest film. I will say that, but yeah. I still had.
But anyway, oh yeah, they actually on the live chat, the Jose memes mentioned Teen Titans Go. That looks pretty good.
I actually have something to do with that movie a little bit later on.
I don't want to fucking see that. Fuck Little Yachi. What the fuck? He should not exist.
All right, so the Grinch, yeah, I mean, there's like it just looks like my IQ is gonna drop when I see the Grinch. That's all I gotta say. The trailer speaks for itself. So if you want to see the trailer and just see how bad it looks, go ahead. But yeah. All right, so that's what I gotta say about the Grinch. Unless you have anything else you want to add about that, Double Nine?
Nope.
All right.
This looks like shit.
Yeah. All right, so what are your movie topics, Double Nine?
Okay, so the other movie topic, I had two, but one of them was Black Panther making over $1 billion, so that scratched off. So here's the other movie topic. And since we were talking about Teen Titans Go, the movies, this has to do with that. So recently, people, we got some casting news about this movie.
It's literally the worst casting news of all time. I'm going to be honest.
So here we go. So Nicolas Cage is going to play Superman, so he's getting his redemption from Death of Superman Lives. That is a great documentary, by the way, The Death of Superman Lives, What Happens, directed by John Schnepp. Go check it out.
My boy.
But, yeah, Nicolas Cage is playing Superman. But here's where the real what the fuck comes in with the next two. So, Halsey, very famous alternative singer that is really popular right now, is going to play Wonder Woman.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, and we haven't got to the best one yet.
I mean, you mean the worst, right?
And we got
worst casting
rap artist Lil Yachty playing the Green Lantern.
What the fuck? Like, why? He's awful at everything.
Listen. I don't know. Okay, listen. Maybe I could somewhat, maybe I could somewhat seeing Halsey doing the voice, at least for Wonder Woman. Lil Yachty for Green Lantern. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What is this? Like, who was sitting at Warner Brothers and was like, you know who we need? You know who the kids love? We need to get Lil Yachty to play the Green Lantern.
That's going to make the fucking Teen Titans Go movie phenomenal. That's exactly what this movie needs.
Even before this casting, like the trailer I thought looked stupid. And that fart joke in the trailer was so cringeworthy. I was embarrassed, like, in my computer seat when I was watching it. I was like...
Okay, listen, I know not everybody's excited for this movie. Personally, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I personally have a bit of fun with the show. And it seems like they're keeping up with the spirit of the show and that. But, yeah, that fart joke was terrible and was, like, one of the worst things.
That was, like, literally 20 seconds. Or, like, I don't know. It felt like forever.
But that Aquaman joke at the end was pretty funny. Yeah, this, like, who in the fuck thought, like, okay, Nicolas Cage as Superman, okay, I could somewhat get it because, you know what, it's a little bit poking fun at the fact that he almost did play Superman at, you know, in The Death of Superman Lives. Halsey as Wonder Woman is questionable, but I'm like, okay, whatever. It's mostly just Lil Yachty as fucking Green Lantern that has my head spinning.
Yeah.
Like, out of all the, like, you couldn't find the voice actors? What? I don't know. This is like the biggest what the fuck casting news I have heard in a long time.
I know. I'm not looking forward to this movie. I'm sorry. I'm just not looking forward to it. So
I like you couldn't. This is a disrespect to all fucking voice actors who fucking are good. I guarantee it's not gonna be a fucking a good job. Guarantee.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. But, yeah. That's all I got to say about that. What the fuck?
All right, Andrew, what are your movie topics for today?
My, I never have my fucking notes ready. Shame on me.
Shame on you.
Oh, all right, so the first topic.
Now, oh.
Shut up. Eat my ass.
You'd like that.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
I would fucking love it.
Disgusting. Fuckface.
No, but my first topic is that it's been announced that Jon Favreau is going to be writing, I believe, the first live-action Star Wars series. And I just want to talk about it. And I personally, I'm excited because for multiple reasons. The ones that were getting a live-action Star Wars series, I think that's cool. And the second thing is that Jon Favreau is writing it. I really like Jon Favreau. I mean, he's just a great talent. So I'm excited because of that. And I wanted to see what you guys thought about him doing
Now,
this.
let me just ask this because I wasn't too sure. Is he making a TV show or movies?
TV show. I'm like 99% sure it's a TV show.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I like Jon Favreau a lot. I think he's very talented. I haven't seen every movie he's done. I haven't seen Chef.
Yes.
It's on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I hear it's great.
Yeah. The first Iron Man's great. Jungle Book is awesome. And Iron Man 2 is fine. I wasn't a fan of Cowboys and Aliens, but still, he's really good. So yeah. I'm excited to see what he does. I think he could be a good director for Star Wars. So we'll just have to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here. I'm very excited about this because Jon Favreau is a great director, in my opinion. He's done some really great films. And I've always wanted to see him helm something with Star Wars. So the fact that he's doing so is very great. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, I mean, he's done good with Marvel, Disney, like Disney live action movie, cartoon. So I don't doubt that he would do, good with Star Wars. Owen Buckner says Chef is brilliant. Yeah, I gotta see it at some point. I hear great things about Chef.
I think it's on Netflix. If it's not on Netflix, it was before. So
yeah.
All right. So what's your next? What's your other movie topics?
My final movie topic, because I only had 3 today, and Black Panther was one of them. My final movie topic is that Quiet Place and Ready Player One came out, but screenings happened at South by Southwest. That happened, and it got pretty good reviews, or rave reviews, I guess you could say. Especially A Quiet Place, and I'm pretty happy about this because I'm excited for both of them. In particular, Ready Player One.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of say that these are getting pretty good reviews, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, definitely. Considering there are 2 films I'm anticipating very much.
Yeah, same here.
Within the next couple of weeks. And like you said, specifically A Quiet Place has been getting great reviews, not just by audience members who went, but by critics themselves. They're saying it's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's very scary. That's cool to see. John Krasinski, someone who is a funny actor who's done some dramas, and he directed a movie called The Hollers, which I haven't seen. I want to see it, but Nick Canino praises it and says very underrated. But the fact that he's doing a horror film and apparently it's really good makes me very excited. I already made plans to see it with my friend Caitlin to see it. So
nice.
We'll be seeing that when it comes out. And as far as Ready Player One goes, film Twitter.
Suck it.
because the film, I think right now it's currently like at a 78% or something.
Yes.
And that's like from early reviews. So that's good. That's good. I'm very much anticipating Ready Player One.
Honestly, fucking Ready Player One could have a fucking 2% right now. Just don't go fucking see it. Like, I fucking hate it. On fucking, like, I'll see this on like Facebook or fucking Twitter. Fucking, I'll use Suicide Squad for as a perfect example. It got a very low score on Rotten Tomatoes, and people started freaking the fuck out. I go fucking see the movie anyway. If you want to go see it, go fucking see it.
Yeah, there's a petition to shut down Rotten Tomatoes even before the movie came out. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. But like, Rotten Tomatoes should not determine whether you go see a movie or not. You should determine whether you should go see a movie or not. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes is good in the sense if you're kind of on the fence about a movie, and I'll use Game Night as a perfect example. I wasn't really going to see it, but then I saw that Game Night had a pretty good Rotten Tomatoes score, and, you know, I heard that people liked it and it was getting good reviews, so I went out and saw it. But a movie like Ready Player One, I'm already super excited to go see it. So I'm going to go out and see it anyway, no matter what critics are saying, no matter what the Rotten Tomatoes score is. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to give a jab at, film Twitter because, they've been trashing the movie. They're like,
yeah, it basically is. It's good to just be referenced the movie. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. It's not going to be.
I mean, from the reviews I've read, they've all said it feels like, classic Spielberg, like a classic film, like, with a good story and with a lot of heart, and that it's a lot of fun. Yeah, if a lot of fun is a bad thing.
I hate it when people like that.
That's why I fucking go to the movies, to have fucking fun.
Exactly. That's what I hate about people nowadays. They're like, like, why does everybody want all these fun movies? Because we want fun. Not every single movie we want to see has to be like a thought-provoking, fucking mind-boggling movie. Not every movie we see has to be that. We can just simply have fun with the movie. I mean, there's no problem with that. I fucking hate when people are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so fucking sorry that I fucking like movies like Jurassic Park, which are fucking a ton of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than fucking, I don't know, fucking Gandhi.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry I like E.T. better than Gandhi. I'm sorry that E.T. is a lot more fun and I can watch E.T. multiple times. And Gandhi I saw fucking once and never want to see that fucking movie ever again because I fucking fell asleep watching it.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ready Player One. It's funny because Chris Stuckman wrote a tweet about Ready Player One about the reviews, and he's like, "Oh, so you're telling me the guy who made both Schindler's List and Jurassic Park in 1993 made a good movie? Wow, you don't say."
Yeah, that was fucking great.
I actually saw a tweet by, I don't know if you guys know who Robert Meyer Burnett is.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but he tweeted that when it comes to sci-fi movies, Spielberg, and he says, other than AI, which he personally loved, and I forget what other movie he said. Besides those two movies, which were critically pretty much disliked by critics, he has a really good record when it comes to sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why not
trust Minority the guy? Report.
Exactly. Why not trust the guy? Fucking, and like you said, just look at Spielberg, the movies Spielberg has made. Other than those, like I mentioned, E.T., Close Encounters, Jaws, fucking Warhorse. There are billions of movies that Spielberg has made that.
And he's a legend in the filmmaking industry too. He's been.
I think he's the greatest fucking filmmaker of all time. I don't fucking care what people say.
I can't argue that because
I remember some person was like, "Oh, he shouldn't be considered one of the greatest filmmakers of all time." How, you fucker?
I mean, personally, he's not my favorite director, but he's easily one of my favorite directors of all time. And if someone tells me I think that Steven Spielberg is the greatest director of all time, I can't disagree with that because just look at the movies that he's made.
Yeah.
No, but film Twitter thinks a ghost story is better than anything Spielberg has made. So
yeah. I mean, Spielberg is consistently one of the best is one of the most consistent directors of all time.
Yeah. Oh, Danny Zygon says Adventures of Tintin. That's one of the few I haven't seen from him.
That's a great movie.
I love that movie, bro.
Yeah, I got to see that one. All right. Yeah, I'm excited for both Ready Player One and Quiet Play. So the fact that they're getting good reviews, like the first reactions are positive, makes me happy. So very much anticipating both films. Can't wait to see them. All right. So that's all your movie topics, right, Andrew?
Yes, that is all my movie topics. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's all. There is.
All right. So that's it for movies today. So I only have 2 TV topics, and Andrew, I believe we have the same exact topics today. So our topics are reviews of shows we've seen this week. So Andrew, you can pretty much join me for these 2 topics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first, which one do you want to go over first? I'll let you choose.
I feel like I have more to say about Jessica Jones. So let's do Black Mirror first.
Okay, cool. So, me and Andrew, not at the same time, but we watched Black Mirror. We binge watched it, and I know that's a show Double Nine wants to watch eventually.
Yes, I'm gonna get on that very soon.
Okay, cool. Well, let's just get this out of the way, and this is in regards to Jessica Jones as well. This is 100% spoiler free review. So if you plan on watching Black Mirror at any point, do not be afraid of any spoilers because we won't be giving any. You have my word on that. So I'll just give you like the plot and what I just think of the overall show and stuff. Now, Black Mirror is a TV show on Netflix, and there's not really a plot to the show. It's not like there's one cast throughout all 4 seasons. In fact, every episode has a different story and a different cast. But basically it shows you the dark side of technology and how it takes place in a futuristic world where technology is very advanced, but it pretty much shows you how, crazy technology can be and how people can also be, crazy. And yeah, I got to tell you, this show it's twisted. It's insane. It's fucked up. Would you agree, Andrew? Like how crazy?
It is crazy, insane, brutal. Any word that you pretty much think of in that sense, that's Black Mirror.
It makes you think, too. Yes. Not in a pretentious way. Like it sticks with you for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially, there are some, especially there's one in particular in season 2 that you're just like, what?
Oh yeah.
You know what the White Bear episode? That's the one I'm referring to.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, the name of the episode. There's some episodes where I literally was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
This is crazy.
There was one episode. The title of it is called "Shut Up and Dance." I'm not gonna say what it's about, but pretty much during it, I was enjoying it. But there was one thing I'm like, okay, like, why is he reacting this way? And then you find out why he's kind of reacting that
something
way.
Gets revealed, and
that fucking blew my mind. It stuck with me for so fucking long.
And what's cool about the show too is, like I said, every episode is different, so has a different cast. So what? A lot of people. Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
I don't mean to interrupt you, but what I kind of see it as is it's kind of like a modern day Twilight Zone.
I was actually gonna say that pretty soon. That it's a modern day Twilight Zone.
What I like about the show is since it's every episode is different. You have some talented actors who come in the show. Like you have Daniel Kaluuya, you have John Hamm in an episode, you have Jesse Plemons who was in an episode in season 4. You have Toby Kebbell is in it. Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard. And in one of the episodes of season 4, the black woman who plays the sister in Black Panther. What's her name?
I know who you're talking about.
I'll find that out right now. But
well, she's in one of the episodes, the recent episodes. Yeah, Jesse Plemons is in an episode.
What's her face? I can't think. There's someone else that Dom Hall Gleason.
Yes, he's in it too. So, and there are a couple of other actors too that I don't know by name, but if you see their faces, you'll be like, yeah, I recognize that guy from somewhere.
Her name is Letitia White.
Okay, yeah,
White.
her. Yeah, she's in season 4. She's in the last season. And I will say this too. Now, this is me personally. I don't know how Andrew feels about this, but in my case anyway, out of all the episodes I've seen, because I know some people who have watched the show and they've just watched it not from season 1 to season 4, but they jump around and stuff. In my case, by watching all the episodes, there's not one episode I disliked. Now, there's some episodes I thought were fine, and there are others that I thought were just great, that were just fantastic. But there wasn't one episode I was like, this is terrible. I don't want to watch this. Like, I liked everything I've seen. Even like the weaker ones, I was interested in and wanted to know what was going on. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's a fantastic show. I'd rather not give the plots of any episode because I'll tell you why. When I went to go see season 1, I didn't know what any episode was about. And
I have no clue about any of the. Okay, the only episode I have any idea of what it's necessary about is the first episode of season 4. I won't say what it is just in case to keep it vague.
That's a great one.
But that's all I know.
That's such an awesome episode.
I don't know any other plot to any other episodes.
Yeah, and it's better to know that because it's not really a spoiler, but honestly, it's better.
It's better to go in blind.
Yeah. Now, when you watch a show, are you gonna watch every episode?
I'm watching from season 1 to season 4.
Okay, cool. And it's funny because last week I mentioned that Netflix renewed Black Mirror for season 5. So season 5 will be coming out. I'm assuming
next year, maybe.
Next year, probably, or maybe later in the year. I don't know. But in either case, I'm very excited. So, you have anything else you want to add, Andrew? Like, actually, I'll ask you this, Andrew. You don't have to say what the episode's about or anything, but like, do you have a favorite episode?
What's my favorite episode?
If you have one, or if you don't have a number one, you can just say a couple that are your favorite.
Well, I thought about it, and honestly, at first it was the USS Callister one. Mm-hmm. But my favorite episode, the more I thought about it, this ended up becoming my favorite episode, and it was the San Junipero episode.
That's a great one, yeah.
I just loved it, and like I said, I'm not going to give anything away, but that's the one that's my favorite.
Just keep this in mind because like the show is very dark, but there are very few episodes that are kind of lighthearted and aren't like that intense. So, but they're still really good. So,
yeah,
I love this show so much. It's a great show. It's crazy. It's definitely a mind fuck, but it's
especially
very
a couple episodes that you're just like, what?
Yeah.
But I'll say this because there were a couple episodes that I kind of didn't really care for.
Okay.
But I will say this: they weren't awful. They're just ones that I'm like, this is all right.
There's some episodes that are definitely polarizing for sure.
Yeah, and I go, it's not that good, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. But I think that there's a lot of episodes that are just great, and that really makes up for it. Like I kind of like in my head, I like, all right, I think that like I counted out the ones that I thought were great, and like more than half of them I thought were just great.
Yeah, like I'll give one example. The one with John Hamm, I love that episode. Like that's a great.
Another Wyatt Russell is in an episode, and that one's actually directed by the guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane, David.
Oh, Dan Trachtenberg. Yeah, that's a really good episode too. But like I said, at least for Double Nine and for people who are watching who have interest in watching Black Mirror, which I do recommend. It's best to go in blind, Double Nine. So that's why we're trying to be vague with the show. So
just know that it's insane. It's really intense, and I say that with all the love in the world. I fucking love how fucking bonkers it is.
Yeah. So it's a terrific show. Highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original show, and it's awesome. Just be prepared to be, mind fucked. That's all.
Yeah, to get your mind blown.
Yes. So that's what I got to say about Black Mirror. Great show. I loved it. Very happy I binge watched it because it's awesome. All right. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is something recent, and that is Jessica Jones Season 2. Now, Andrew, if you want, you can start it off with this one. since I started off.
All right. Again, we're gonna do the spoiler free, but
Yeah, spoiler free.
The second episode is just basically what happens after the who would have guessed after what happens to the first season.
Yeah.
And how she deals with now being labeled a hero and how she just deals with her various problems in her life. I thought this was a good season, but not great. I wanted to love this season so much because I loved the first season. I think that the first season is fantastic. It has, other than Wilson Fisk, has the best villain in Kilgrave, and I think the only two Netflix seasons that, in my opinion, are better than this one are the Daredevil ones. And that's saying a lot because the Daredevil ones are like near perfect. And so I thought the first season was great. And I think why this was just good, in my opinion, and wasn't great was two things. I think this had a bit of a pacing issue, in my opinion. And the second thing is there was a lack of a complex villain. Now, I did like the villain. I thought that the villain grew on me over time, but I think Kilgrave was such a great villain, such a complex villain, and was played with such charisma and played brilliantly by David Tennant that I had a feeling this was going to happen, that it would just kind of be a step down, and it's not like a major step down, it's just a step down, and I don't know, not that I was disappointed by it, but I'm just like, I wanted it to be as good as the first season, but it just wasn't. But I do think that there are two big positives. Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones continues to be fantastic. And, I just love how she deals with her alcoholism and her depression, just how she deals with her problems. And just the emotion that she brings to this performance is fantastic. A character that really surprised me, and a character that, I love his arc, just even from the first season to now, is Malcolm. I ended up loving him this season. I think he was one of the best parts of this season, in my opinion. And there was one standout episode, I believe it's episode 11, and that is really the only great episode, in my opinion.
So, what's cool about this season, I don't know if you guys knew this, but every episode of this season is directed by a female.
Yeah, I remember us mentioning that or something.
Yeah. Well, I pretty much agree with Andrew. I think it's a good season. I liked the first season a lot. I don't think Jessica Jones, in my opinion, is as good as Daredevil. I mean, to me, Daredevil is an A+. I
don't like it as much as Daredevil.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much as Daredevil or The Punisher, for me at least.
Yeah. But in my case, in terms of Jessica Jones season 2, here's some of the issues I had with it. I feel like, and Sammy actually said the same thing, I felt like the first half was a little messy.
Yes, I agree with you 100% on that, because it did get better as the season went on, but the first...
Oh, yeah, the second half is definitely picks up. But I feel like, because other than The Defenders, each season of a Marvel Netflix show has been 13 episodes. And I feel like for this season, it didn't have to be 13 episodes.
No.
Like, there's a lot of subplots. Some of them are work, but again, no spoilers. I don't want to get, in depth with anything. But there are some things I think didn't really need to be part of the season, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it does start off really slow. In the second episode, there's one scene. I'll just say this: it involves Carrie Ann Moss's character. And it goes on for way too long. Honestly, I'm like,
I know what you're talking about.
Let's move on.
When you're done, I just remembered I forgot to fucking bring up something. So
yeah, the show is a good season though. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, the main actress Kristen Ritter, she's fantastic. she's so great as Jessica Jones. I mean, even in the Defenders first season, Jessica Jones, like she's just continuously great as a character.
Mm-hmm.
And the supporting cast is really good too. Like the villain, I like the villain too. And yeah, I mean, I had a feeling of like I had a serious problem with not having David Tennant in this season because, you know, like there's some shows or even some movies where if there are characters that go away, a movie and show can still be great if you bring characters that are just as good or even better. You know what I mean? So like, let's say for example, The Dark Knight, right? Now you have Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But I still love The Dark Knight Rises, even though Tom Hardy is the villain in the new one. You know, it's not like Joker's absence in Dark Knight Rises made the movie bad. You know, because you still had a great villain.
It's just the absence with Kilgrave is kind of noticeable.
Really hurt it.
Yeah. But like, I'll give you an example. The show The Wire. That's like my third favorite show of all time. That show is basically about the war on drugs in Baltimore, and it's a war on drugs, so people fucking die in the show. And
of course,
sometimes when people die, they're great characters. You're like, fuck, now that character is gone, the show's not gonna be as good. But no, the writers bring new characters in, and they're just as good or even better. So the show doesn't really have a problem with that. With Jessica Jones, kind of like Kilgrave is not really in season 2, and you kind of feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could be because the actor did such a brilliant job playing him. But I just gave you two examples of a movie and a show that kind of went through the same situation, but it wasn't that much of a problem.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just my take on it, though. Overall, though, it's a good season. I liked it. I just didn't like it as much as the first season, but I would still recommend it. Now, Double Nine, I know you haven't seen season 2 yet, but what did you think of season 1 of Jessica Jones?
I really liked season 1. That's why I'm kind of not in a rush to see season 2, because I'm like, I really liked it, but it was not like something I'm going to remember as much as some of the other Marvel shows. I know I have a very unpopular opinion with that, but like, it's not like Daredevil or The Punisher or The Defenders for me, where it's like, oh, I loved it. Now I can't wait to see season 2 immediately when it comes back on. You know, with this, I'm like, okay, I'll watch season 2 at some point, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in no rush to see it, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's what I thought of it. And plus, it kind of, one of my big issues with season 1 is it kind of dragged for me, honestly. Like, there were some really big points where I was like, can we just move it along with some of this?
Did you like Kilgrave in the show?
Oh, he was like my favorite part of the entire show. Every time he appeared on screen, I was like, I'd rather just be watching this guy the entire time, to be honest with you. Like, I don't care for any other storyline right now. I just want to see where he's going. Especially the first episode. The first episode was such a drag for me. Like, I'm like, pick up. Like, but it did.
Had a great ending, though. Like, that surprise.
Yeah, the ending was great. But then once everything started picking up, and I will say it started picking up a little bit for me, I was starting to enjoy the season a bit more. That was the thing that kept me from like loving it, honestly, was that I felt like it was just dragging on for me. So yeah, but I overall thought it was a really good season. But it's not like something like for me like the other shows I just mentioned that I'm like eagerly like waiting for the second season for. But I'll definitely see season 2 at some point.
Okay, so it's not like you're rushing out to see season 2. You're just gonna eventually like.
Yeah, I'll eventually see it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, the 2 things I forgot to mention. Are pretty big problems I have with the show. I've never been a fan of Carrie-Anne Moss's character. She didn't work for me in season 1. Didn't work for me in The Defenders. Didn't work for me in this. And I just hated her subplot. And it just annoyed me because I just don't find her interesting. I find her annoying. And another big problem was the subplot with Trish. I actually really enjoyed her character in season 1, but I kind of felt like I didn't really care for her in this one. And I just didn't like her subplot either. So both of those, anytime it was really dealing with both of these people, unless Jessica Jones was on the screen, I didn't care for it.
And that's kind of an issue because a great movie, a great show, every character should be, you know, appealing to watch and interesting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
like best example, I'll use Fargo season 1 since I finished that. There were a couple different characters in the show, but I was invested in what each single character was doing.
Yeah.
And
There's different subplots, but you care about each one just as much as the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, and honestly, I'll even give you an example. It's another Marvel show, but for me, with The Punisher, I was invested in every single storyline that was going on in this season, for me at least.
Yeah.
I wasn't just invested in what was going on with Frank. Like, I was interested in seeing what was going on with the cops and stuff like that. Another show I could give an example with that is Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's a perfect example. Yeah.
Game of Thrones has like 5 different fucking storylines going at once.
And
But
awesome.
Exactly. So, it's just that, it can be done perfectly.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's what I got to say about Jessica Jones. So that's all your TV topics, right, Andrew?
Yeah, that's all my TV topics.
All right. So
it's me.
Your turn.
All right. Hello everyone. But I do have 2 TV topics. One of them is what Andrew mentioned a little bit later on. The movie topics is that Jon Favreau was making a Star Wars series. So I guess that's over with. So I guess I have one other TV topic, and that is Charlie Day is currently writing It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia season 13. If you guys don't know, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is one of my favorite shows of all time. I love this show. It's 12 seasons, and yet it's still fucking funny. Even with 12 seasons going into it, they always find something new to do with this series, and it's great. All the characters are not necessarily the most likable people, but, you find them funny.
I'm the trash man.
Yes, exactly. The show has some of the most memorable lines in the history. It's one of the best ensembles in sitcom history, in my opinion. I love the whole ensemble with the cast. It's very funny. The humor gets very fucking dark at a lot of the points in this show, but it's great. So, I really love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and, and we got confirmation that Charlie Day is currently writing the newest season. I believe he said in like an interview or something while he's doing press for Pacific Rim Uprising. So he said this during an interview that he's currently writing the 13th season. So I am interested to see what they're going to do with the 13th season. Like I said, I've really loved this show. Like it still consistently is funny, even though it's 12 seasons in.
Yeah.
I recommend this show to everybody. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but give it a try at least. But it's very funny. I know it's a lot of seasons as well, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Just some of the hilarious moments and stuff like that. It's great. So, yeah, I'm excited for season 13. I can't wait to see what we get ourselves into with the gang this time around. So, yeah. That's all I got for that. You guys got any thoughts on that? I don't know if you guys even watched the show.
I've never seen the show, but I've heard great things, and it's on my list of my everlasting long list of shows I want to watch. So
yes,
I
will say it will take you a while, but it's only 13 episodes and 21 minutes each episode, but still will take you a while since it's 12 seasons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll watch it at some point, but it's not like the next show I'm gonna watch or anything. So.
Yeah, but if you want to watch, if you're in the mood for a sitcom, I would say go for that.
Okay. Yeah, so that's all I got to say about that, honestly.
Andrew.
It's actually on my list of things to watch. So at some point I'll be watching it, and at some point I will be reviewing it.
Nice. All right, so that is my TV topics.
Okay, so now we're on to video game topics. Now, I believe the only person who had video game topics today is Andrew.
Woo-hoo!
So you take it away.
All right, I got 3. The first one is a request by Jerome, actually. The finals of this tournament that has been going on for a while, the 128 video game tournament. We got our 2 finalists. I'm actually pretty surprised, because what I announced or what I predicted was going to win the whole thing, and didn't make it. And oh well, but it's Super Metroid versus Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So
Yeah,
both great games, and both deserve the win.
The only reason why I'm surprised is because we were saying how we thought Red Dead Redemption was going to be in the finals.
Yeah, San Andreas beat it. I guess people like that more here.
But that's a phenomenal game, though.
Yeah, no, it's a phenomenal game.
San Andreas is amazing.
I'm not complaining it, but I legit thought it was going to be GTA 5 versus Red Dead. So I was wrong. What do you
guys predict? What do you guys predict will win?
I think GTA.
Same here.
San Andreas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna win too.
But
and if it wins, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Super Metroid won, but I'm kind of pulling for GTA to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So yeah, those are your two finals, and we'll see what joins. For the tournament, Empire Strikes Back one. So we'll see what wins the video game tournament.
Yes.
All right. So what are your other two topics for video game?
All right. My other second one is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was announced.
I'll actually join you on this.
I mean, I don't really care for Call of Duty anymore. The last one I've played was Black Ops 3, and before that was probably Black Ops 2, to be honest. But the Black Ops games do have a special place in my heart. Black Ops is probably my favorite Call of Duty game of all time. I absolutely adore Nazi zombies. I have so many just memories and
same here.
So many just such a fun time playing it with my friends and even by myself sometimes. Black Ops 4 was announced.
I'm not the hugest Call of Duty fan. Not that I hate it or anything, but it's just not necessarily something I always come back to. But the Black Ops franchise does have somewhat of a special place in my heart. I do enjoy those games the most out of any of the Call of Duty games. The first one is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game a lot. Like you said, I have tons of memories with Nazi zombies and stuff like that. Tons of memories playing that with my cousins, friends I met online and stuff like that. It was a great time. It was just something I would always be excited to come home to school to and just play. Like, it was just awesome. And of course, the multiplayer and stuff like that are great as well. And the campaign was really good too. And then Black Ops 2 came along, and I thought that was a great sequel. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a really fantastic sequel, honestly. It was, had a great campaign to it, great multiplayer. Zombies were really good on that one too. And then the third one was pretty solid. I'll admit it's the weakest one in my opinion out of the three. But I did overall enjoy it. I thought the campaign to that one was pretty solid too. Multiplayer was good. Zombies, I didn't necessarily come back to as much. But overall,
I played a fucking shit ton of zombies in Black Ops 3.
But overall, it was a solid game. So I am excited to see I'm honestly excited to see what they got in store for Black Ops 4, honestly. Like, I am honestly excited to see what they have in store for this next installment in this Black Ops series. So, yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right, cool. What's your last video game topic?
Movie. My last video game topic is that they also announced a new Smash Brothers game is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm really excited. I love the Smash Brothers games. It's just fantastic. I mean, I have so many memories playing both Melee and Brawl. And, there's only 3 characters announced or confirmed. Two of them are, pretty given, and I'm sure that there are going to be some obvious ones, but they're not announced yet. But Mario and Link have been announced. They are going to be in the game. I'm sure other ones like Bowser and Samus are going to be in the game, the usuals. But there is a new character confirmed, and that is the Inklings. from the game Splatoon. They have been confirmed they are a new character, so it's interesting to see how they play out or will play out. Also, because the trailer dropped and whatnot, and that's how these three got confirmed. But there are other silhouettes of characters, and like I said, these three aren't confirmed, but these three are pretty much given to begin with. But in the trailer, you can see Bowser's horns, Donkey Kong's hair, or Samus's shoulder. So, I figured these three were going to be in the game anyway, but in the trailer you can see those. There are other silhouettes of the characters that people can't quite make out. So, yeah, I hope there are some characters I really hope come. I mean, my personal favorite has always been Mr. Game & Watch, so I really hope he returns. But, I'm excited for another Smash Brothers game.
Nice.
And what I loved about Super Smash Brothers Brawl was Snake.
Snake, yeah.
Yeah, like I liked his special in the game. How like he had the gun and he was like just blast people away.
Yeah, my personal favorite is Brawl. I have so many memories. Because and yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably gonna be a shitload of fun too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's all the video game topics, right?
Yeah, and it's coming out this year. So whenever there's, I guess, a character announced, I'll go over it on the podcast. So yeah, that's all for now.
All right. So now for music, do all we have today is the main event, or is there any other topics?
I have just the main event for me.
Okay, so then we'll do Double Nine, since you chose the band.
Here we go. Here we go, bitches. All right, so here we go. The main event, the top 10 list. This is my second. This is my second pick for this week's top 10 list. We did My Chemical Romance last week. This week we are doing Sum 41. Sum 41 is a very, very underrated band, in my opinion. I don't think they get enough recognition. If we had like the trifecta of pop punk, it would be Green Day, Blink-182, The Offspring, and Sum 41. That's like the trifecta kings of pop punk. And these guys were really awesome. They've had some great albums, in my opinion, and they've just made a buttload of great music. And we're gonna honor them today by talking about our top 10 favorite songs from them. So I guess without further ado, we do this. Here we go, starting off with my number 10, and my number 10 is Screaming Bloody Murder.
Nice.
Screaming Bloody Murder is the title track off of their, I believe, 6th studio album, Screaming Bloody Murder. And it's great. I really love that song a lot. It's a great title track. I like how it kind of starts off softly, and then you hear, like, the guitar riff and the drums, and it's awesome. Like, I love the chorus to it. It's a really fantastic tune. I think it's pretty underrated, too. I think not a lot of people talk about that a lot. It's awesome. So, yeah, my number 10 is Screaming Bloody Murder.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Pieces.
Nice.
This is a kind of slower song for them, and a kind of mellower song. But I really like the guitar in this, and the singing and the lyrics. And it's just a really, really awesome song. I love, especially the guitar, just the pace of the song.
Yeah.
It is my number 10.
All right, my number 10 is Blood in My Own Eyes.
Ooh, nice.
Blood. Now, I believe this is on the album Screaming Bloody Murder, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, this is a really good song. I actually love the way it starts. It starts off like a little slow. I don't know, it might just be me, but it kind of reminded me like just a little bit of Muse, kind of. It kind of sounds like...
Yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
Then out of nowhere, it just goes like crazy, and then it goes like instantaneously to like a hardcore rock song. But even then, like it has very good lyrics, and it's a song with a lot of emotion. And I'll actually say that about a lot of the songs on my list.
Yeah, same here.
You said one thing about them being underrated and how the song you mentioned is underrated. I feel like a lot of the songs on this list should be getting a lot more recognition than they get, because like a lot of these songs are legitimately like, this is only my number 10, but I love this song. Like, I think it's really good.
I love all these songs that are on my list.
Yeah, and some songs that are not even on my list I really like.
Same here.
So, but anyway, you know, no, it's a great song, a pretty cool music video too. I'll add, but yeah, if you haven't listened to "Blood in My Own Eyes," I definitely recommend it. It is my number 10.
All right, my number 9 is "With Me."
Ooh.
With Me is a really emotional love song, which is really great. Like, you hear like an acoustic guitar in the beginning and stuff like that. It's very nice. Honestly, it's very subtle, very emotional, and it's really great. Like, I love the emotion behind it. The lyrics are fantastic. Like, when he sings, "I'm nothing without you," it's really amazing. Like, the lead singer, Derek, I forgot his last name, but, his first name is Derek. He's really good. I really like his vocal work on this song. The instrumentation to this is very fantastic. It's overall a really beautiful song, and, I think it's fantastic.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's great. It's really emotional, nice love song. I really love it a ton, and even though it's only my number 9, it's really fantastic. So, yeah, my number 9 is "With Me."
Okay. Andrew, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is "Speak of the Devil."
Nice.
This I really like. What I really like about this song is the lyrics to it, and the lyrics, and just the instrumentation as well is pretty good in this one, and I really like it. It's a good song. It's my number 9.
All right, my number 9 is a song that it's one of the most recent ones. I mean, it's not recent like it came out last year or anything. I believe it came out 2016, but that is "Fake My Own Death."
Oh, that's a great song.
That's a great song.
Yeah, and let me tell you, have you guys seen the music video?
Yes,
I really
love the music.
All the memes that like came out the time.
It's fucking great.
Kim Kardashian's ass, and like
it's amazing.
See Kermit the Frog drinking a coffee.
It's great.
And like all these memes, and like it's a funny music video, but I mean that's not why it's on my list. It's on my list because it's a really good, catchy song.
Yes.
And yeah, I was reading some of this comment section. I'm like, oh yeah, this is like garbage compared to the old stuff. Like, this song is awesome. Shut up.
Yeah, like that whole album was awesome. I love 13 Voices. That's a great album.
Yeah, and this song in particular is really good.
Yeah,
like, I love the lyrics. The instrumentation sounds great. The vocal work, and it's a song. I'm going to be saying this quite a bit, but from beginning to end, I'm like, this is great. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but do you notice a lot of their songs are actually short? Some 41.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very short.
A lot of them are really short.
Yeah, but like it's okay though, because continuously you're like,
yeah, they pack the punch in that short amount of time.
But it's kind of a con in a way, because you kind of wish they were longer.
Yes.
It's like a minute more of that, but
yeah,
okay, because "Fake My Own Death," it's not that short of a song, but still, it's still a really great one. And you know what? Screw the haters. The song is great.
Yes.
And it is my number 9. I recommend you watch the music video if you haven't, because it's really funny and it's just a really good song too. So
yes,
"Fake My Own Death" is my number 9.
All right, my number 8 is "We're All to Blame."
Ooh, nice.
I really love this song a lot because I love it where he's like walking up. What we singing? Like, I like how it starts off with that, and then you hear the guitar riff, and it's very, very intense. This is off of my personal favorite album from them, Chuck, which I think is an amazing album. This is like a lot of like the really like heavier stuff is on this album. This is when they kind of put in like their metal influences a little bit more on this album, which I liked a lot. And this is definitely one of those big examples of it. I love "We're All to Blame." It's such a great song. I love the lyrics to it. Like I said, the guitar work is probably my favorite element of the entire song. It's fantastic. I love "We Are All to Blame," and it comes as my number 8.
Okay, what's your number 8, Andrew?
My number 8 is "Breaking the Chain."
Ooh.
This song reminded me a lot of Linkin Park, to be honest, but that's a very good thing, because Linkin Park is great, and this song is great. And I just love the instrumentation, especially the guitar in this.
Yeah.
And the chorus in this is really, really good, and the singing in it is pretty fantastic. And I just really like the fact that it resembles all the good things I like about Linkin Park.
Yes.
And it is my number 8.
All right, my number 8 is one of the most popular songs for sure, and that is "Still Waiting."
Yes.
Oh
man, the music video for that is fantastic. I like how they parody, like, because if you don't know, the music video is supposed to be a parody of the Strokes' "Last Night" music video.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, that's what makes that so funny, because it's supposed to be a parody of that music video.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I can definitely understand why this is one of their most popular songs.
Same here.
And it's a great song. Like, I love the way it starts. And just as it goes on, it's one of those songs that gets better and better for me. And again, I don't think the song is very long, but even with the runtime, it makes an impact. And it's still, like, really good. I'm surprised it's only my number 8 because I do love the song. But in all honesty, if someone had it as number 1, I'm just not going to argue against you. I'm like, you know what? I understand. I get it.
Yes.
In fact, have any of these songs as your number 1. And I'm
yeah, exactly.
I understand. So it's one of the most popular songs for a reason. So no music snobs. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So.
Exactly. It's a good thing. I hate it when people make such a big deal out of that. Who cares if they have the most popular song as their number 1? They named you 9 other songs. So obviously they're a fan, okay? Oh, man. Okay, so.
All right, so Still Waiting is my number 8.
Nice. All right, my number 7 is Heart Attack.
Oh, okay.
You mean the Demi Lovato song, right?
No, not that one. But Heart Attack is off of All Killer No Filter. It's fantastic. Definitely has that nice punk feel that they are always known for. I love how it gets really more intense in the chorus of the song. It's an overall great song that I think really kind of gets overlooked off of that album. It's very, very fantastic. So yeah, my number 7 is Heart Attack.
All right. Andrew, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is So Long, Good Night.
Oh.
I really I love this song. I mean, I say that. I'm gonna say that about all these songs because they're all just so fucking fantastic. But I love the acoustic feel to it. I love the guitar in this is fantastic, and I love the chorus and the vocals in this song. It is fantastic. It is my number 7.
All right, my number 7 is a song Double Nine mentioned, and that is "Screaming Bloody Murder."
Nice.
"Screaming Bloody Murder" is an awesome song. Just like you said, it starts off a little bit slow, but then it picks up and then it's great. And I love the lyrics to the song, and it's again another song with a lot of emotion. Like the lyrics are actually pretty powerful in this, but it leaves a great impact on it, and it's just a great song overall. I think Double Nine, you hit it on the head. So yeah. I do love the song a lot. It's my number 7. I would recommend listening to "Screaming Bloody Murder" if you have not listened to it. So
nice.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right, so my number 6 is "Some Say."
Ooh, okay.
This is a great song. It's kind of a little bit, I won't necessarily say it's slow, but it's not as intense as some of the other songs that I've mentioned so far. I really love the lyrics a lot to this. The vocal work is very fantastic to this song. And yeah, I really do love this tune a lot. It's so, so great. And Some Say, fantastic song. Definitely deserves to come as my number 6.
All right. Angie,
it's my turn anyway. My number 6 is one that Double Nine mentioned, "With Me."
Nice.
I like So Long, Goodbye. Thank you, MC Deadpool, for correcting me. I'm such a goof. I said good night instead of goodbye. But I just love the slower feel to this one, and like Double Nine said, it's a love song, and it's a fantastic one at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Double Nine pretty much said it all, so I don't have really much to say about this one.
All right, number 6. My number 6 is, in my humble opinion, their most underrated song, a song I really love. My number 6 is Newts.
Ooh, that's a great one.
Yeah, I love the way it starts with the guitar, and just like it's so catchy, and like I just feel like I'm in a good mood when I listen to it.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I love the chorus too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And it's a song that I listened to so many times when I was younger. And I was just, as I'm listening to it, I'm like, why do not enough people talk about this goddamn song? It's so damn catchy. It's so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics are awesome. And it just showcases that Sum 41 is a band that should be recognized a whole lot more than, and it's a shame. I really hate it when like there are bands that are so talented and they just don't get the recognition they deserve. It's such a shame. Now, it's not to say Sum 41 does have a fan base for sure, but like I feel like it's not big enough. You know what I mean?
My dad really likes Sum 41.
Oh yeah, no, they're great. Yeah, they're an awesome band. So, Newts is again I haven't listened to every single song of Sum 41, so keep that in mind. But out of all the ones I've heard, this is the one I feel like deserves the most recognition. But that's just me anyway. I think it's just an overall terrific song. So, Newts is my number 6.
All right, my number 5 is What We're All About.
What are we all about, Double Nine?
That's true. Now, also, I will say this: when you're making the playlist, you're going to have to, because unfortunately, this is not on Spotify.
No.
The one from the Spider-Man soundtrack isn't on Spotify, but they do have the one from the first album where it's Dave's Poison Hair / What We're All About, so it's basically the same song.
Okay.
But the one for the Spider-Man soundtrack, which is the one I'm going to talk about, is not on Spotify, unfortunately.
Wait, what's the difference between the two?
This one's just a lot longer. The one from the Spider-Man soundtrack is a lot longer.
Okay.
Yeah. And this one, this kind of feels like a Beastie Boys song in a way. Honestly, like a lot of the band members are singing in this, like kind of rapping at some points. It's awesome. Like, I love the feel of it. It's so great. And of course, that chorus of rock, that's what we're all about. I remember hearing this song all the time. I watched the music video all the time on the Spider-Man DVD. It was just so cool. And for the longest time, this was actually my favorite song by them until I like learned more songs from them. But I still have a special place in my heart for this song, and it's amazing. I love this song a ton. What We're All About is such a great song, and definitely easily my favorite song off of the Spider-Man soundtrack. So that's my number 5, What We're All About.
Okay. Andrew, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is No Reason.
Nice.
This is another great song, and I really love the singing, and I especially love the chorus in this one. And I like I can't think of the fucking singer's name.
Derek Wallaby. I don't really know how to say his last name all that well, but I know who. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the guy who's kind of doing some screaming and I forgot his fucking name. David.
Derek.
Derek. There we go. I'm such a goof. He's singing, and then I don't know if it's him or somebody else is like he'll say something, and then they'll like kind of like scream it, and I just thought that worked really well together, and it really added a lot to the song. It really made me love my experience of the song, and yeah, No Reason is my number 5.
All right, my number 5 is a song both of you guys mentioned, and that is With Me. A song that's very emotional. It's slower paced, but I love it. It just really conveys a lot of powerful emotions, and I think it's a beautiful song, honestly.
Yeah.
Both of you guys said a lot what I was going to say. I'll just say this is a song I've heard again and again, and I think it's one of their best songs for sure. And it's not like a lot of their usual stuff, but I think it stands out as one of the best. Not only because it's different, but the way it's executed, and just how much emotion is put in the song. So that's all I got to say. So With Me is my number 5.
Yeah. All right. So my number 4, sir, is Underclass Hero.
Oh, nice.
Underclass Hero, this is the title track off of, well, the album Underclass Hero, and it is fantastic. I love how it starts off with, like, you hear the solo drum at first, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and, you know, you hear the guitar come in and stuff, and it's really fantastic. I really love the kind of the guitar and the drum work and the vocal work, honestly, too. Like, I like the vocal harmonies with it, with both the lead vocals and the backing vocals to it. And I really love the chorus a lot to it, too. It's an overall fantastic tune. So, yeah, it's great. I really love this song a lot, and it's definitely deserving to come in at my number 4.
Okay. Andrew, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Fat Lip.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, this is one that I had no doubt was going to be on my list. I mean, it's an iconic song. It's one of their most well-known songs, and it's like I mentioned before, my dad really likes Sum 41, and there are 3 songs that because this is really the first time I've really listened to them. Like, there are some songs that I know by them and I've listened, but there are 3 songs in particular that I knew really well, and this is one of them. And this is just one that I grew up listening to, and I loved it then, and I love it now. It is my number 4.
My number 4 is a song you mentioned before, Andrew, and that is Pieces.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the most popular songs for sure. One of the very few songs I knew before I did listen to more Sum 41 songs. But you know what? It's still one of my favorites because, like the song With Me, I mean, it's not as slow as With Me, but there is still a lot of emotion in Pieces. Like,
yeah.
Sure. And I love the lyrics, too. And it's just a great song overall.
Yeah.
You know, I love the instrumentation. I love the vocals in the song. And, yeah, Sum 41 is awesome. And this song is one of the many reasons why. So, Pieces is my number 4.
My number 3 is Thanks for Nothing.
Nice.
This song, this probably, for me, is like their most underrated song for me, because I feel like this song doesn't get talked about enough. You know, you hear kind of, you know, you hear like kind of a toned down guitar at first, and then it gets into like really fast paced mode after a few seconds, and it's really great. Like, I really love the chorus to it. It's fantastic. It's such a great song, and one that I think really gets overlooked. It's definitely the band's most overlooked song, in my opinion. So my number 3 is Thanks for Nothing.
Okay. Andrew, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is one that Double Nine mentioned, and that is Underclass Hero.
Nice.
This is another song that, like I mentioned, that I grew up with, and one that I just really loved. And yeah, Double Nine pretty much said it all. And all I gotta say is this is one that I loved from my childhood, and I love now.
All right, my number 3 is a song. I forgot which one of you mentioned, but you guys like just mentioned it. And that was Fat Lip.
Oh, Andrew mentioned it.
I mentioned it.
Okay, yeah. So Fat Lip is an awesome song. I think this is definitely one of the most popular songs.
Yeah, I think this is the most popular song from them.
Okay,
that's debatable.
And for good reason. But
yeah,
it's an awesome ass song. I mean, I just love it. It rocks hard. It's badass. Lyrics are great, and I love the meaning of the song. Love the way it sounds, and it's just one of those songs you can listen to again and again, and it just still holds up every time. Like, I've heard the song years ago, and even listening to it now, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the reason why it's not my number 1 is simple. I just prefer 1 and 2 more. But still, this is a fantastic song. And Fat Lip is my number 3.
Nice. Well, you know, it was your number 3. It's my number 2, Fat Lip.
Oh, nice.
Fat Lip, yeah. Fat Lip is fantastic. It's awesome. There's a reason why this was the band's most popular song, honestly. Like, I love the guitar of like, you know immediately what it is once you hear that, and it's awesome. Like, I love the lyrics to it. It's fantastic. Has some badass guitar riffs to it. It's an overall just fun song to listen to, and definitely one that I always come back to with this band, and it's so close to being my number one. So yeah, Fat Lip is my number 2.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is one that I believe Diego mentioned, and that is Still Waiting.
Nice. Yeah, that's a fantastic song.
This song is fucking awesome. I love how it starts off with the chorus, but kind of in a different octave, and then how when the chorus does come, it's a higher octave, and it's just fantastic. Diego said it, and I love Still Waiting. It's my number 2.
All right, Fat Lip was my number 3. I kept on switching my number 2 and 3 back and forth because I love them both so much, but I overall went with this order. So Fat Lip was my number 3. My number 2 is the Hell song.
Ooh.
Yeah, this song is just badass to the core, and I just love listening to it. It's so good. It's definitely a lot of fun to listen to, and yeah, just everything about it is great.
The fucking music video is fantastic.
Yeah.
They're playing with like action figures of themselves. It's great.
Yes, indeed, and it's just a badass song that I love listening to over and over again. So that's all I got to say about that. It is my number 2.
All right, we're at number 1, people. The number 1 was okay. So we're at number 1, our favorite Sum 41 song. So here we go. My number 1, my favorite Sum 41 song is Pieces.
Nice.
This is such an incredible song. I love everything about the song. Like, where do I even begin with this song? It's one of the most emotional songs I think I've ever listened to in my entire life. I love the subtle guitar riff with it that it begins with. When he's saying like I've tried to be perfect. Like, just a lot of the lyrics like really hit with me. I kind of almost somewhat relate to them in a way. So it really hits close to home, some of the lyrics and stuff like that. And it's really fantastic. And then of course when the whole band comes in at one point in the song, and then the backing vocals, it's just so powerful and so emotional. And I think it's something that the band really did something truly amazing with, and I think it's easily their best song, in my opinion, and it's the one that I've come back to the most, obviously, and I love it a ton. It's one of my favorites of all time, like one of my favorite songs just in general, and it's such an incredible tune. I really love Pieces a lot, and it definitely deserves to come in as my number 1. So Pieces is my favorite Sum 41 song.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is In Too Deep.
That's my number 1 as well.
Nice.
I love this song. This is, I think this is their most popular song, but I mean, Fat Lip is also fucking very close, but who knows? But I love this song. I love, the guitar part that kind of started off the song, and I just love everything about the song. This is a fantastic song. It's one that I can listen to all the time. And just one that I relate to the most, and one that I've just listened to the most.
It's a feel-good song, too.
Yeah, definitely.
In the mood. And, yeah, it's just catchy as hell. A song you can listen to so many times and just never get tired of. And it's just a phenomenal song all around. I just absolutely love it. So, yeah, it's my number 1.
Yes. All right, so that was our list of the top 10 favorite Sum 41 songs. Hopefully you liked all of our list. I loved both of your guys' list. So yeah, that was awesome. So Andrew,
I'll be making my the playlist for our favorite Sum 41 songs on Spotify. So
of course, tune in for that.
So Andrew, since you'll be doing a band next week, you want to tell us who you chose for next week?
I originally was gonna go with Bon Jovi, but I started listening to these guys and I go, fuck it, these guys are great. I want to do them, and that is Blink-182.
Yes, I can't. Awesome. I can't fucking. Blink-182 is like in my top 5 favorite bands of all time. So this is gonna be quite exciting for me to do a list of them.
It's gonna be definitely a good list.
Yes,
they're a great band.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, me and Andrew had a great time watching them live last summer.
Lucky
Except for-
bastards.
There are too many fucking bees there. I swear to Christ. Too many.
All right.
I counted it was the lemonade.
All right, so that concludes the podcast for today. So I want to thank you guys, like always, for joining me. I want to thank people in the live chat. The live chat was pretty active today, and I think it's actually a really short episode compared to the last couple of episodes. But
Yeah,
it's all right. I think we got a lot done anyway.
yeah,
So,
we did.
So you guys have anything you want to say before I end the broadcast?
Thank you all for watching the MTVM podcast. Of course, as usual, I appreciate you all for watching, and another great episode in the book. So I am Film Fan 0599, and we'll see you all later. Peace.
Okay, and Andrew?
I'd like to thank our Lord and Savior, the Duck, for another great episode of the MTVM podcast. And yeah, I can't wait for episode 18.
Yes, episode 18, which shall be next Wednesday. So, all right, guys. So, once again, thank you everyone in the live chat. Thank you guys again for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Until next time, have a good week, have a good night, stay classy. See you guys later. Bye.
Goodbye.